G'day everyone, welcome back to Steve's Place Down Under. Today is something a little bit different. However, I don't usually do stuff like this. Don't worry to my regular viewers, I'm not getting into tech reviews or anything like that because I don't know a lot about that sort of thing. But between 2 to 4 times a month I'll get an email asking if I want to show something on the channel, advertise something, they send me products to review, and I usually ignore them because they're completely irrelevant to the channel. However, I do read them all, and if it's something like this, it's going to help us through the YouTube journey as well as behind the scenes with stuff that we actually do. I'm interested, so depending on what it takes to do it and what I get in return, I'm definitely interested. This company, EcoFlow, reached out to me, wanted me to advertise this. It's basically a generator, a silent generator, but it's full of lithium batteries, so it's technically not a generator, but it does the same thing. So I'm not going to run through all the technical stuff at the moment. I'm just going to do an unboxing. Then we'll go through the plugging in and download the app on the phone. We'll charge it, and then we'll run through some everyday scenarios that this could be used for. This company was really good. Quick responses to all my emails, working out how we're going to do it, how we're going to go about it. And don't worry to my regular viewers that want tractor and truck content like behind me here. This is just something that I'm doing to help us get even further along in this journey. So you're seeing it for the first time with me. Weighs 12 kilos according to the other videos and what's written on the box. It's not a real big unit. We'll put the box aside. Okay. Now, I know as much about it as you's watching, but I have watched a few videos and I was fairly impressed before I done the deal. I watched a few videos and I was fairly impressed with what it can do. Got a heap of USB ports on here and an LCD screen and your 240 volt outlets. I think it's a 12 volt outlet as well. Some other charging ports. I think there where you plug there's a reset button there and you plug your 240 or your 12 volt supply into it. And it has got a plug there. You can buy another equivalent size unit, but it's just a battery pack which clips into the top, and then it will share and double the size of this thing. So we'll go into the workshop and plug it in, and we'll document that charging procedure, and then once it's charged we'll run through some scenarios. Okay, before we plug it in, I've just opened the instruction manual. There's a lot of going on in here, just to see if I need to know anything before I actually plug it into the wall. It came with a fairly thick little book, and I thought, oh, there's heaps of instructions in there, but the only page that is English is the first one. And I might provide a screenshot of that because that's all the technical details that, for those of you interested in the depth of this thing, may need to know, but for a lot of people, they just want to see what it can do rather than go into all that, which I won't be. There's something here to how you plug your third-party solar panel in. I guess that's if you want an aftermarket one. 5 years warranty, register for that. Obviously got to send that away or something online to get that warranty. The other battery pack I was talking about sold separately, which doubles the capacity of the thing, and the solar panels they sell is also for this machine. Has got a quick start guide. Again, every language known to mankind in it. It's basically just pictures I'm reading. Even the English doesn't provide a lot of information, but that's fine because it's obviously not too technical to use. It's only a PowerPoint really, and the app that you've got to download. That's the app that you're going to put on the phone, which we'll do in a minute. So I'll plug it into the wall. Okay, it's actually Sunday morning here in Sydney, Australia, so don't take notice of that clock there, it's out. We've had a blackout recently and it just obviously resets. So we're going to plug it into the 240 volt here, which is this cord here. Hopefully it's long enough for where I want to film it. So lift this flap up, it goes in there. And we'll turn it round. And I do believe you've got to turn it on to see what's happening with it. Okay. It's at 30%, which is what the other video said they were shipped at. 99 hours reserve. I guess that's what it does at 30%, and everything else, there's no input or output at the moment. So don't know if you can, we will zoom in on that once it's going. Okay, it's plugged in, something's clicking. Input says 26 watts, 33, it's climbing. I believe it takes about between 40 and 50 minutes to charge. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes and you can see it's climbed to 34% already. You can hear that fan noise. It's pretty quiet overall, even charging. I don't think that's the loudest it's ever going to be, unless it, I guess if it draws a heavy load, the cooling fans will come on. Okay, just going to click on the app here. It's just linked to, it's just showing you basically what the screen's saying. Not sure the range of this, how far that will reach. I guess when it's obviously charged, you'll be able to control more stuff with it. It's telling you what sort of input it's got, how long it's got left, the capacity it's got, what's going into it, all that sort of thing. You know, as I said, I guess after that's charged and ready to go, if you're drawing a current, or you should be able to control it through it. The EcoFlow app visualises detailed power usage of all circuits, power stored from various sources, and monitor the status of your battery. You can control the system via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi connection. There are also customisable settings that can be done via the app. So I guess it can be used without the app, but it's just another feature that the thing's got, which is very handy. As I said, the best part is when you can turn it off when you're laying in bed, I suppose, without going outside and turning a generator off. The reason I wanted this is because we go on a lot of truck runs, because here at Steve's place and we're into vintage tractors, earth movers, prime movers, road transport, all that sort of thing. We go out in the bush, we recover them, we start them up, we fix them, we restore them, all sorts, anything that involves around that sort of stuff. So if you haven't seen what we do here, if you're new to this, we don't do tech reviews. This, as I said, just helps us through it. For those viewers of mine that think we're getting into this sort of thing, we're not. This is just going to help us through this journey. If you're into that sort of content, head back, subscribe, click like, share, and please go back and watch some previous videos if you're into that sort of content. So we've got a 40-foot Pantech trailer that's set up that we all sleep in. It's full. It's got floodlights and stuff in it. When we go away on truck runs, we generally have a generator that runs them. So we've got a long cord so you can't hear it. Then it takes 2 people to unload it to lift it back in. It's not super noisy, but you'd rather not listen to it. Sometimes when there's other trucks and stuff around, you know, they don't want to hear it either. So, and there's not many powered sites you can get a semi-trailer into. So this is ideal. It's one reason I wanted it. One of the reasons I did want this unit is because a few reasons. I bought this here because we have a lot of blackouts here at my place. There's a faulty transformer out the front that lets us down probably 2 to 3 times a year. And for those of you who has been watching us for a while, that bushfire video was started from that particular transformer. So this is good for charging our devices, our phones, running an alarm clock if it's all night and I've got to get up early. All that sort of thing. That's what I wanted it for. Kids, iPads and that sort of thing. Plus I was running we've got a 40-foot Pantech trailer we go camping with. When we go on truck runs, we all stay in that, and we run floodlights, we run a radio, we'll run sometimes a rotisserie for a barbecue, we'll run just charging people's phones and stuff like that. So that was another interest I wanted it, apart from, that's aside from the channel stuff, apart from recording equipment, audio equipment, all that sort of thing, those other things that we use it for behind the scenes. It's now at 100%. That took about 40 minutes. It's cut the input off by itself. It's still plugged in, still turned on. That's how it is. 99 hours reserve. I'd imagine that's, I don't know what sort of usage that'd be at 99 hours, but we'll run through some scenarios now, how we would actually use it in real life and what we needed it for. I saw on some videos that people, like it's obviously the front of the unit with your screen and you're on and off. There's a few people complaining about all the outlets being on the opposite side. Now, close that after charging it. In my opinion, I think that's a good thing, because you haven't got all those bulky, heavy leads coming out the side that you're looking at and you want to read and you want to be able to access. I think it's a good thing, to be honest. It's obviously a cord, it can run anywhere, so it's not having it all here, I think it is definitely a plus. So I'm going to plug it in now and just run a 5-inch grinder and show you how it does that. Okay, there is a AC switch on the back that turns the AC power on. I don't know why that is, why it's not live all the time, but it's obviously a technical thing. So it's plugged in now. I haven't tried it yet. 67 hours it's down to just by turning it on without doing anything. That's just plugging it in. So I'll see how it works with this on. It's just a 5-inch Bosch grinder, 240 volt. It's pretty good, isn't it? It's got heaps of power. You can't stall it. Okay, I'm just going to run you through another scenario. So this is a typical Saturday here, but I bring all this up into the shed where there is power. So these are out of vehicles down the back that we play with. The light is just an additional load that just to show you how it works. Electrical tools, some audio equipment and the phone. So there's 3 battery chargers, 5-inch angle grinder, a cordless tool battery charger, so 4 battery chargers in total, a light, a worksite light, my microphone equipment and my phone. So it's at I think 86% now, because we've done that floor over there with it. Oh, not the whole floor, but just a bit of cutting, a bit of videoing and showing people how it worked over there off camera. Still at 99 hours. So what I will do now, I'll just show you on the phone app here. Output, there we go, you touch output. Sorry, I'm still learning with you all. So I can turn on USB, turn that on, 12 volt stuff should start charging. So there it goes, it's just clicked on. Phone's at 70%, the microphone is now charging, and I can click AC on with this button here. I'll just do that and then show you. The light will come on. There we go. So 3 battery chargers charging 3 flat batteries and an 18 volt battery, which is 4 in total. Those are all working. Oop. Those are all working, and I will fire up the cordless and we'll get a reading of what it's doing. Fairly impressive. Although battery chargers aren't big loads, all those batteries are flat. So note the zero input, about between 8 and 900 amps output, watts. You can turn it all back off through this. You can turn your 12 volt stuff off, and that's it. I think it's fairly impressive. Now we'll go and do the caravan. Okay, it's my parents' caravan. We're gonna simulate a typical nighttime with all the lights on, microwave going, possibly the kettle. Just see how it does run it in a typical nighttime scenario. Mainly nighttime you'd use the load on these things, but you know, if it's a cold, windy, miserable day, you'd probably spend a bit of time inside. But we'll just see what sort of load and how long you think it'd last. I might leave it going an hour and come back. Okay, it's all set up. I'm now going to power it up with my phone. So Delta 2 is power for all without overloading. Delta 2 has a powerful 1800 watt AC output with the most outlets, so you can achieve power freedom by running 90% plus appliances while 15 devices are powered simultaneously. No fears of overloading with high wattage devices, up to 2200 watt with EcoFlow's X-Boost technology. So 1800 continuous, and it can peak at 2200, which is excellent. Okay, we're now in the van. Everything's turned off. There is still 12 volt supply, but we won't be using that. The 12 volt reading there, it's at 13.8 volts, which is full. There's no input or output at the moment on that screen there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run everything, the toaster, the microwave, everything, just like you've had tea, a basic scenario. Then we might leave it for an hour and compare the results on the screen, and most of the time it'll only be the TV and the lights running after everything's happened. So apart from maybe the hot water system, how that works in this I don't know. But so I'm going to turn it on with the phone. It's just out there, still in range. So AC will turn on. Okay, wait for that to click on. Takes about 5 to 7 seconds. Okay, it's on. Incredibly fast charging with this unit too. So as I said, it took 40 minutes. It's obviously going to take different times with either solar or 12 volt input, but the fastest AC charging with revolutionary extreme technology. Charge 0 to 80% in 50 minutes and 0 to 100 in 80 minutes. So it's a really good, like as you saw from the shipping, it had 30 in it. It took 40 minutes to get to 100%, then we'll do in this video. So what I'm going to do is flick all the lights on. Black one powers up the AC. All the lights are on at the moment. It's sensing a input of 3.6 amps, so it's charging the battery as well as running appliances. The radio's on. The fridge is running, fridge and freezer. Bathroom lights on. Those lights are on, shower lights on. Oh. Toaster's going. We're going to just look up output is 0.08 kilowatt at the moment. It's at 80%. The toaster will only last a little bit. And the TV's now on. It's only running off an aerial, mind the reception. TV's on. 5.9 amps input, 5.9 output. I'm going to run the toaster again. Toaster is running. Microwave's running, so that it's running the TV, the radio, the toaster, charging the battery, all the lights, fridge and freezer. Let's give that a bit of time, see if it's all, there's a fair bit of load on it right now. For that, smart control, convenient to use with Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. Connect Delta 2 with your smartphone. Keep an eye on your energy use, adjust settings and see your energy input all from the handy EcoFlow app, which is good, which is what I showed you before. Toaster's still going, microwave's about to cut out. Take power anywhere. Delta 2 is powerful yet lightweight, weighing only 27 pounds or 12 kilo, which is very light. Easily lift it up and take it anywhere, no matter. Powering home appliances in your house, enjoying outdoor activities or DIY. I'm fairly impressed with it. Toast hasn't popped yet, so it's still loaded. Longest lasting and safe, the Delta 2. Equipped with premium LFP batteries, the same type of battery used in Tesla, the Delta 2 has 3,000 plus life cycles, 6 times longer than the industry's average. Use it up to 10 years if used once a day. Unique electrodeless lithium batteries technology, the same as Tesla, effectively reduces internal resistance and heat. Advanced BMS protection guarantees safe charging for you and your family. 3,000 cycles, wow. You can use it every day like tradies would, or you can just use it every now and then like you would camping. I'm just going to look at the screen down here while I've got that load going in there. You can't really see it through the... Okay, with the toaster, all that going in there I've just mentioned, it's down to 66%, and it's now putting out 1,790 watts. But when I say that, you're only going to use the toaster and the microwave obviously for a short while. Once you've eaten, all that goes off, and you just probably run your telly and your lights. Toaster's still running, microwave stopped. We're down to 1,088, so it's a significant drop just with the toasters. It's fairly impressive running those two appliances at once, I think. That other one I showed you earlier in the video, the cheap Chinese one, wouldn't do near that. Okay, so I'm now going to leave it for an hour. It's at 45% and 325 watts at the moment. Just take a screenshot of that, then we'll come back in an hour and see what it does. So that's typical living conditions now after everything's done. You're just sitting there watching TV, reading under the lights, whatever's happening. So it'll be interesting to see in an hour how that changes. Okay, it's been about 45 minutes due to time restrictions here, but it's not far off. So it's down to 41%, still pulling the same amp. So I guess that's not bad. I mean, in a typical scenario, you probably wouldn't have all that running. You just have running what I guess if you're used to caravanning and all that sort of thing, you get a bit conservative and turn a bit of stuff off. But that's external lights. It's the TV and all the internal lights. So it's not bad. So I'll shut it all down. We'll go and run through one more scenario where we go camping with our truck down the back, and that'll conclude this video. Okay, another typical scenario here, 40-foot Pantech, which we've got, I don't know, a series of beds up the front of it. We carry tools, we carry oil, spares for the truck, barbecues, you know, all that sort of stuff we need for camping, and if there's a breakdown, a few spares for the trucks. So we did deck it out with LED lights because we used to have the old fluorescent lights and just sort of halogen floodlights. We still got an LED light we hang off we take the globe out of it when we're traveling. That points down at the barbecue. We stand behind it here and we drink and have barbecues and stuff. We're obviously not on the road yet. We're just parked down the back because there's nothing going on at the moment, but this is what we do take away behind one of our Kenworths. So I'll just give you a typical scenario what we do overnight. It doesn't run through the day unless someone wants to charge their phone, but that all generally happens overnight. So I'm just going to get on the app here. I'll turn it on rather than touch the machine. EcoFlow, Delta 2, no input or output at the moment. Click output and then you'll see AC, time remaining 77 hours and 59 minutes. I don't know what that really regards to, because it's down at 40%. I don't think it'd run what it did there for, anyway, that might just mean how long it'd last, how it is at the moment. So I'll click AC on. It's on now, the light should come on. And there we go. So with those two lights, that one there pointing down at the barbecue, which we take the globe out of so it doesn't rattle out, and maybe a Bluetooth speaker and a couple of phones charging, so that'd last. It's ample power for what we want to do. Plus, if we need to run we do take the Milwaukee stuff with us, so if we've got to charge any cordless batteries, run any power tools, but mainly it's just for these lights overnight while we're camping. So 77 watts, which is nothing. Okay, that's going to wrap this video of the Delta 2 up. I'm very impressed with it. It's an honest review. If I found a problem with it, I'd tell you. So I'm very happy with it. A link in the description. You can check out their website. There will be a code which I'll offer. I'll do a voiceover and offer that so you can get the discount they're offering. I don't know all that yet, but I'll put all that to it. This is my usual content for those usual viewers, so don't get scared off. I'm not going into tech reviews, but this is something I've wanted for a while, and not this particular brand, but this sort of idea, and it's something that we will use. So thanks everyone for watching. Thank you Patreon members. Thank you to EcoFlow for sponsoring this video with this magnificent machine, and we'll see you all when we're pulling spanners and driving trucks again.